Hey, welcome back to Morning Live, 8:54. Whether you're looking at buying or selling your home, springtime is one of the more popular seasons to do so. Allison Walsh and Lou Volk from Walsh Volk are here with stuff we need to know in this. Because, of course, most of your listings, well, Burlington and Hamilton, but most of your, what, you have 60-40?
60-40.
Towards
Burlington,
Hamilton.
yeah.
But we're in a seller's market in both districts, aren't we?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
very solid.
Yeah.
Very solid seller's market. And it's been like that for many years.
Yeah. And spring is typically a hot time? Or?
Oh, yeah, it's very hot.
Yeah.
There's more listings at this time of the year, so people are out shopping.
Yeah, and actually we've had a few sales hit the news just because, you know, we've had these crazy bidding wars going on and some incredible prices going on. And to increase the prices, that's why we're here this morning talking about staging. That's something that you include for your clients.
Absolutely.
What do we need to know in terms of staging, and how important is it?
It's very important to the sellers because the way in which you live in a home and when you go to sell it is two different things. So by staging your home, what we do is try to make each room have a purpose.
Okay. So what are we looking at here?
What we're looking at here is one of our clients goes in and renovates houses, and I go in and stage it afterwards. So this is taking a vacant home and putting furniture in it, so that each room looks like it has a purpose and it's visually attractive. It's decluttered. Here is, I did this whole floor for this house, because a house that's staged shows a purpose for each room, and it helps sell the house a lot faster.
What are some of the mistakes with staging?
Mistakes?
Just do's and don'ts.
Okay, I'm going to answer that in another way, is that I know we have two warehouses full of goodies that we complement other people's furnishings. And there's 4 different things that people don't have. They don't have enough lighting in the house. They depend on the ceiling lights. Well, that's not attractive. So it's lamps. Not enough people have dining room sets. They leave a room empty, so we put a dining room in to show purpose.
Or they use it as a playroom when the kids are little.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Area carpets. A lot of people have hardwood floors. So you put an area carpet in to bring it warmth and bring the room together. And last but certainly not least is artwork. Too many people have lovely home family pictures. Well, we like to take all of those down and put up our own artwork, so that people that are buyers that are coming through they're not invading someone else's space. They're getting an idea to see how the home can look.
Is there a rule of thumb typically in terms of people don't like to think of spending to sell their place? They're looking at getting the money and getting out.
Right.
But is there a rule of thumb in terms of how much you should invest in the staging process?
You know, that depends. For instance, we have a client that just recently sold their house. They had 3 bids, 3 evaluations done. The lowest was $469. Ours was $539. We asked them to spend $5,000. As a result of them spending that $5,000, taking our advice, they achieved $50,000 more.
Yeah.
So each case is
Unique.
So there isn't really a rule of thumb.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, again, the before and afters, there's a great example right there where you can really see the difference.
Yes.
And you talked about the clutter factor. You know, you immediately address that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, one of the things that the clients do, I go walk through the home with them, and I ask them to remove this, that, and the other thing. It's like pre-packing, and then that's all they have to do. I come in with my team, and we start the staging process. So the seller has nothing that they have to do other than remove their personal items.
Yeah, probably, you know, we're running out of time, so it's time, you know, we'll save that for another segment, but outside is important as well, and you address that in terms of, you know, the old curb appeal.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We have some landscape contractors that we use on a regular basis that we send them in there with the purpose of a quick cleanup and fix up.
Right, you know, and little things can make a huge difference. And it is the first thing, you know, prospective buyers see.
Yes.
In terms of this market, so it's a hot seller's market. Lou, I got to ask you, like, how long do you expect it to last? And is this abnormally hot?
It's been abnormally hot for so many years. It's the rates.
But we're not near bubble territory or anything like that.
No. You know what? Everyone's saying that we're high. I think that the fundamentals are there. People have work. Rates are low. That's really the story. So people can afford it. Rents have floated up. So by the time that you spend $1,500 for rent, you might as well buy a place because it's, you know, $450 for $100,000. So that means you can buy a $300,000 place, or you can rent a place. So why would you rent? And then that's why we're having such a hot market.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of advice for buyers and sellers at your website, so we'll link it up at chch.com as
Wonderful.
well.
Awesome.
Thanks, Allison. Thanks, Lou.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, quick break. We're back with the news at 9 and another hour of Morning Live coming up after this.
Tonight on the